Hey there guys, it's Toasty Fresh and I'm back with yet another collections update video. I know I said it was going to be the last one for a little while, but I just can't stop collecting. The collecting bug hit me again while I've been out a few times, and I've collected some more stuff, quite a few bunches of games actually. This episode's just going to be 4 games, because it was the games I picked up all at the same time, so I'm going to kind of bunch them together at the same time that I bought them on that day. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the 4 games I collected on one of my recent spells, and they're all from Cash Converters, and they're all PlayStation 2 games. And first up is Boxing Champions, and this is a game involving Midas Interactive. They're involved in a lot of budget games, like there was this Boxing Champions, which is kind of a budget Knockout Kings. Basically, it's like an budget version of some of the more realistic boxing games by the look of it. They're going along those kind of lines. They're involved in a lot of other games, a similar standing like that. Like there's Fighting Fury, which is kind of a beat 'em up, trying to take on the Tekken series, probably like a budget title for that. They did other games like Code of the Samurai and Battle Construction Vehicles. They're also involved with some more well-known games early on in the PlayStation's lifespan, like Dynasty Warriors 2 was published by Midas, and Operation Winback. So they're involved in some bigger games as well. This one is just a cheap boxing game, and I thought, well, what the hell? It's 29p. And I also got an instruction booklet there for international track and field as well in this, and it looks like someone's took a chunk out of it to use as roach material by the look of the size of the chunk that's missing. It looks like someone was either smoking weed or just making roll-ups with that. But thankfully the case for Boxing Champions is alright, the instruction booklet, and it's just a little cheap game that I got and threw in there. Moving on, I also got for 29p Music 3000. 29p that cost me. Again, it's complete, so it's pretty good deal, and it comes with all the kind of stuff there that's in it, and also advertising a sampler that you could get, so you could sample music. You stuck it in the USB port of the PlayStation 2 there, and you could sample stuff through a microphone. I don't have that, sadly, but this game is going to be pretty good fun if you have any kind of inclination to make music or have a little play around at making your own music, dance music or whatever. Back then it's probably more to do with the dance music and DJ scene. And we used to have the original music for the PlayStation 1. My brother bought that. He was a keen dance music enthusiast. He had a set of decks and DJ equipment and mixers and samplers and things like that. So I bought that to have a play around with, and it was pretty good fun. Right now I've got the original one as well, and I've got Music 2000 for the PlayStation 1 in a that got bundled in with the PlayStation 1 that I bought locally. So this was just the sequel for the PlayStation 2, and it's got pretty good ratings along the board, so it's not just a cheap thing. There was a throwaway game. It is actually pretty good, and I do remember the original ones for the PlayStation 1 being good, so this should be good fun to go out and have a doss around with. And next up, these ones cost a little bit more, 99p, and I got Hot Wheels World Race, which looks like a kind of Wipeout meets Micro Machines. I don't think there's weapons involved, but it's kind of going around crazy tracks, as you could imagine from like the toy sets. You'll have like loop tracks and stuff like that. So maybe like that, or kind of like a Mario Kart-ish type game, or Roll Cage. Maybe if you remember that game for the PlayStation 1, maybe kind of like that kind of thing. And I thought, well, with it being on the younger end of the market, maybe for racing as well, it might be a game that's suitable for my little girl to go out and have a go on as well and play a racing game. So I thought, why not for 99p? I know it goes for about £2 in Entertainment Exchange, so I have half my money there. And the game I kind of took my interest when I went into Cash Converters, when I look at the PlayStation 2 stuff, was this one, Spectral versus Generation. And again, Midas involved in this. They did the publishing for this. It was made by Idea Factory, and it's a 2D beat 'em up. Kind of looks like in the style of kind of Guilty Gear or the is it Darkstalkers, that kind of thing. The Street Fighter games, Marvel vs. Capcom. And I thought for 99p it'd be cool to have that kind of a game, a 2D fighter. I've got a Street Fighter game already, but this I thought it'd be a cool addition for something a bit different. Having a look up on it, the thing that's a bit strange is the Spectral and Generation series, which I didn't know much about, are actually role-playing games, and a strategic role-playing game, so kind of like Fire Emblem, that kind of thing, or Suikoden. And for some reason they decided to make a fighting game out of it instead, and put the characters in a new light. So it's definitely a game that looks intriguing, and which is why I picked it up. And I thought for 99p it's well worth having a check out to see what it's like. It might be pretty mediocre, it might not be. So the fun will be in the testing out of that one, and that's probably going to be my video game of the video, to be honest, because it's the one I'm most interested in looking at. Some of the others, like Music 3000, will probably be fun to play, but this one I don't know anything about it. I know pretty much what to expect with Music 3000. This one I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, or it could be pleasantly surprising. But that's what I've been collecting, and I'm back in the seat of doing videos. I'm going to be doing some more soon on all my other collections. But I'd just like to thank everybody for watching. Anybody who does, any feedback or thoughts, anything that you contribute would be greatly appreciated as always. But that's all I've got time for on this video, so thank you very much, and I will see you next time.